regardless of what kind of code you're writing, whether it's front end, whether it's back end, whether you're using Python, whether you're using JavaScript, Go, whatever language, chances are you are going to drift out of the standard library a little bit. So the standard library are libraries that are built into the programming language. Third-party libraries are tools that you're using from somebody else. So maybe it's some code that you found on GitHub, maybe it's from a vendor, whatever the case may be, it's code, or rather a library or libraries that are not built into the standard programming language. Now the problem is, if you go, let's say you go on GitHub, for example, and you look at, all your code and you look at a library, chances are there will come a time where you're using a library and it's either not maintained anymore, there's a new version, so that one's not being utilized anymore, or it has vulnerabilities. So there's something called software composition analysis, or SCA for short, that scans these third-party libraries for vulnerabilities, for licensing issues. So like, let's say you're using it in a certain way in your application stack and you're going against a license, it'll scan for that too, and just various other vulnerabilities. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Snyk's version of SCA. And there are a lot of other ones available too, like checkmarks and the OWASP dependency manager, or the OWASP dependency check. Okay, so what we're going to do is, instead of using Snyk code, what we're going to do is we're going to use Snyk monitor. Okay, now if I just run Snyk help, I scroll up here, where is it? There is a command called monitor. Here it is. Snyk monitor, snapshot and continuously monitor a project for open source vulnerabilities and license issues. Now, that is the SCA compatibility. I wish they would have called it SCA. It would have saved me my 3 whole minutes of research, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go right up to our command here and run monitor. Okay, now where am I doing this? I'm doing this on the Juice Shop web application from OWASP. If you're not familiar, it's a web app that has known vulnerabilities. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run that. Oh, wait, maybe I have to get rid of test. Let's try that. There it is. All right, so missing node modules folder, we can't test without dependencies. Please run npm install first. Okay, yeah, there is no modules out of the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run npm install. All right, and we can now see the node modules directory has popped up here. So now let's try to run this command. So as we can see, it's scanned, explore the snapshot. All right, we can go ahead, we can actually open that up. Tips, detected multiple unsupported manifests. Use all projects to scan all of them at once. All right, and we can see everything here. We can see the overview, and we can see all of the issues. All right, so there are 5 critical issues, for example, and you can see the libraries that they are introduced on. Okay, so this is a really, really solid way to check all of our dependencies, see the vulnerabilities, and even see the fixes. So there are a couple of fixes here which aren't too bad. It's essentially just some upgrades. And that's how we can get started with SCA using Snyk. Thank you so much for watching.